Hey y'all. Over here singing, being silly. How you doing? I'm Mimi, aka the Piscean Seer. Like, and subscribe if you get anything out of this. Thank you so very much to those of you who do like, subscribe, and comment. Okay, it is always and forever going to be loved and appreciated. So I hope you guys are having a happy, fabulous, wonderful, and amazing day. Okay, I totally appreciate y'all for being here. Okay, happy summer solstice for sure. So God, archangels, ancestors, ascended masters, cosmic gods, all beings of the highest and purest white light with the best interest of me and the collective at heart. You are always and forever welcome into my readings, okay? Please give my wonderful, fabulous, and amazing Piscean Seer family the best and most accurate information for them at this time, okay? So this is an Archangel Michael reading. I have notes, but I'm about to grab this overall energy first. So Archangel Michael. Okay, we got the scribe. And we got the Akashic field. So the Akashic field gives me well, it's the Ace of Cups, okay? So big Ace of Cups energy. Your cup is overflowing. You're definitely very tapped into spirit, okay? Like your rainbow bridge is very powerful, you know? And I feel like you're just expanding it and expanding. Like, also, I heard colors could be very vibrant for you at this time, but the scribe gives me this huge hermit energy, you know, and we got Archangel Raphael at the bottom of the deck. I think you've been spending a lot of time doing a lot of healing, and at this time, like, your heart is shining so bright, like, it's amazing, and it looks really great on you. And also, you hold so much information. Like, you're well educated in anything that you step into. Like, you're someone who really loves to collect the facts that you need in order to deal with certain situations. With the Four of Forces or the Four of Cups, this is why you're springing up the way that you are. I feel like you've done a great job of turning down, you know, information and energies that didn't serve you, and now you're being made aware of your treasure that was here all along that maybe you weren't seeing. I feel like you've really done a great job of keeping your eyes open even when, you know, you didn't want to watch. You know what I'm saying? You really have done this thing, and this gives me that energy of, like, you know, maybe a roller coaster or something like this. Like, I feel like there is no shortage of thrills along your journey, but this has brought you to this place where you're very emotionally balanced. And like I said, your cup overflows, my love. It overflows with so much wisdom and so much love and so much joy for your life, you know, and that is fire. Okay, that is exactly where you need to be. We got secrets and hidden info at the bottom of this deck. Ages 20 to 30. So I think you have access to so many secrets, so much hidden info. Okay, you could have come from a very Christian family. So I think that you've always been very tapped in with God. You are someone who understands what it means to have a healthy fear of God, you know. I think that now that you've done this reconnection with God, like, nothing could ever knock you off from this. Like, this is where you're going to be for the rest of your life, okay? Because you know that God is the one who provides, okay? He comes in with all the provisions. This Justice card says, I get what I want, okay? So at this time, you're getting what you want. What you want, and whatever it is that you may need in order to feel these energies of calm waters. And that's what I was saying. Here's a King of Cups again, because you really have this trust in the divine at this time. It says wealth of knowledge, okay? It says good advice, someone who understands unconscious motivations, a man in touch with his emotional life, a good friend, a mature, emotionally stable person, okay? So this is what I'm saying. You have achieved this beautiful emotional stability, and you're really doing a great job of absorbing your life lessons, you know. Like, you really do understand the law of cause and effect. and you really follow, like the law of God, the word of God, the real true rules that God has for us. I think they're like, I heard, etched on your soul, and this keeps you very safe while you're walking throughout this life. This is why Archangel Michael really protects you and takes care of you, because you love God the way that the angels love God, and that will make them have your back 100%. You are really truly embracing the angelic nature that you sit in naturally, and that's gorgeous. Okay, what else? It says insurance. Okay. So you got this, and this is your insurance. It says life, home, and it says life, travel, auto, home, and liability, and it says health. I feel like every area of your life is being insured and taken care of. Like, there's no tearing your shit down, or any accidents or anything that is about to happen or come up against you at this time. So try to avoid being in the energy of irrational fear. We got lease. Okay, apartment, vehicle, signature, agreement. I feel like you've made not only this very beautiful agreement with the divine, and in exchange for this agreement that you made, they give you wisdom and safety and all of these different things. But it's like you could also be getting ready to receive that new apartment, that new vehicle, getting ready to sign some business deals or some sort of new deals coming into your life, some sort of new teamwork or whatever. We got spiritual surveillance. Okay, which says every move, deed, energy, or thought sent or done towards you is being seen and recorded by your spirit team. There is nothing they can do that cannot be found out by you through spirit. So this is what I'm saying. You're 100% tapped into everything that might go down, or anybody that might want to try to blame you for some stuff that they did. This, it wasn't me, it was you, doesn't really give me that framed energy. It gives me more of like that projection type of energy. And then we got property theft. Okay, burglary, robbery, grand theft, purse snatching, intellectual. I feel like you could have a lot of like sharks. They showed me sharks circling somebody in the waters. You could have a lot of sharks circling you and circling this big beautiful light that you have created around yourself, but they're unable to get it. It's like in between them and that light are your ancestors and angels holding you down. Okay. Like, God really does have you in a major way at this time. So just I feel like there's a real need for you to know that and really embrace that and really like have a strong trust in that. So Archangel Michael had me to Google rational versus irrational fear. Okay. So it says the American Psychological Association defines fear as a rational reaction to a potentially dangerous event or object. Okay. It says fear, for example, may prompt you to take cover during a severe storm or to flee from a dangerous animal. Phobias, however, are irrational fears triggered by either specific or general events or items. And why am I looking at this? Because he's going to talk about the fear of the Lord. Okay, I got this. He had me pull these verses from the book of Sirach. Okay, they actually had me pull quite a bit of messages from that. So this is definitely one of them. Okay, so it is chapter 1, verses 26 through 29. It says, if thou desire wisdom, keep the commandments, and the Lord shall give unto thee. For the fear of the Lord is wisdom and instruction, and faith and meekness are his delight. Distrust not the fear of the Lord when thou art poor, and come not unto him with a double heart. Be not a hypocrite in the sight of men, and take good heed what thou speakest. So it's very important for you to have that itty tiny bit of fear. Like, fear is a very rational and human thing, you know what I'm saying? When it is placed in the right ways, when the spirit is telling you to, get rid of all the fear, when I'm saying drop all the fear, drop all the resentments, drop all the anger, I'm not talking about the fear of God. Don't drop that, because that feeling, that understanding that if you do not do what you are meant to do for the divine, if you are not, being meek, remaining faithful, and understanding that God could swipe your shit out at any time, you know what I mean? Like, you need that kind of fear. You need that general understanding of who is the boss around here. This is what Archangel Michael is saying. But it doesn't mean to live. It means to live your life with that little underlying fear. He's saying it's a little fear. It is just not even fear. It's like a general understanding of who is the boss around here. It's like when you go to work, right? So when you go to work for some person who really doesn't have any power in the world except for their position at that company, you on your P's and Q's. You making sure you do everything because you want to get that check. So when it comes to God, you need to be in that very same way, understanding that He provides everything and that He's the one who cuts your checks, okay? So He had me to look up the word hypocrite, which is a person who indulges in hypocrisy. And hypocrisy is the practice of claiming to have moral standards or beliefs to which one's own behavior does not conform. So be very careful of people being hypocritical, when it comes to this faith, when it comes to who you follow, when it comes to who's teaching you. Because a lot of them they don't have that fear of God. So therefore they are reckless. Being a hypocrite is a form of manipulation that affects the free will of others in a negative way, causing one to experience negative karma. So when you follow behind people who don't have that fear of the Lord, you know what I'm saying, who aren't receiving the proper wisdom and instruction, because that's what it is. If you don't have that little small understanding that God is running everything, okay, I'm here, who run the world? God. Okay, so when you don't have that little underlying fear there, then something's wrong. He's saying something's off. And in that way, whoever you're following or paying attention to, they're kind of like leading you like off of a cliff. You have to like really pay attention to what is going on out here. Pay attention to the energies. Pay attention to, is that person growing and learning? Does it look like they're actually doing what they say they're doing as far as what they're talking about? Like, he's saying, use yourself as an example. Okay. For example, I give you guys, little tips and tricks, little meditations, little prayers that you can say, and all of these different things. And all of these different things I actually try. I actually, you know what I mean, have changed my diet, and I do my meditations. I wake up at 4 a.m. I do everything that I suggest you to do, because I need to stay right connected with that wisdom and that instruction that I really truly need in order to guide my specific part of the soul family properly. So he's just saying, like, to be very aware of this. And if you are someone who, shares your moral standards or beliefs with others, that you are practicing what it is that you're preaching and taking good heed to the things that you are preaching, because you are a channel, and the things that you say to other people, sometimes that same advice resonates with you. You know how you give someone advice on something that you're going through. Okay, when you couldn't think for the life of you what to do, and then along comes someone going through the exact same thing that you're going through, and you just spout out this beautiful advice to them and what they should do in their situation, but then you don't follow your own advice. And it's like, of course, that's very innocent, and it's probably something that you don't mean to do. But in a way, you're preaching something that you're not practicing. So he's saying, like, it can be on a big scale or it can be on a small scale. just to be very aware of that and understand that when we say the fear of the Lord, we're not talking about, shivering and being worried and walking on eggshells because you think that God's not going to approve of you, or because God's going to drop you, or anything like that. But being very aware of your wisdom on a constant basis, using your information and instruction and wisdom in the best possible way that you can, standing true and tall to your moral standards and beliefs at all times. And I feel like this is something that you really do. Honestly, from this, I don't even feel like I feel like he's saying, like, we had to break it down to explain it, to make sense of it. But at the end of the day, you're not a hypocrite, baby. Okay. At the end of the day, you really do what it is that you say you're going to do. And I feel like you really did not come to God with a double heart. You're not trying to like serve two masters or whatever. I feel like you're really doing a great job of just being yourself and keeping yourself insured, your life insured, by being very faithful and honest and true to God and true to the people that you come into contact with. Okay. And this is why you're about to receive, more and more blessings, more and more good energy into your life. Oh, okay. Yeah, you're definitely standing in your strength at this time. Definitely. Because I see strength at the bottom of the deck. Okay, you have experienced this very beautiful rebirth, and it's looking so good on you at this time. And I think there are some hypocrites around you who would like to present themselves as if they're in this same type of like growing energy, or if they're trying to progress, or as if they're on this journey with you, but really they're not on this journey with you. So now is a good time for you to trust your own rebirth. Spirit had me stop watching readings. I might watch one here and there, but for the most part, like the amount of readings that I watch has completely cut down because I unsubscribed from everybody because Spirit told me to. Okay. And so you need to embrace the rebirth that you have gone through and know that the messages that you get are quite accurate. The messages that come through you for you are more accurate than any messages you could see or seek outside of you, is what Archangel Michael is saying. And that when you watch readings and things like that, these are just confirmations of things that you already know, to let you know that you're on the right track and you're doing what you need to be, what needs to be done. What else? We got care, okay? So you could be a Cancer or have Cancer highly aspected in your chart. Also, you could have had like a very crazy Kundalini awakening, like the kind of Kundalini awakening that takes years and years to unfold. And I think that you're in a very, very, very powerful place, I feel like though the crab is coming out for you, that you're not showing people your hard side, if that makes any sense. Like, you're just going with the flow, which is what I'm getting from these phases of the moon. And also Cancer energy is ruled by the moon, so you're very intuitive and have been following your intuition all the way down this road of growth. And I think that you haven't lost that fear of God, like, I think you really do truly understand, because it's easy when you get into spirituality to lose sight of God, to lose sight of where the power really truly does lie, And I don't think that you have done that. I think you've done a great job of keeping your eyes on God. If anything, your idea of God and his reach and where he can be found has really expanded so much for you. So you need to just keep it going. I feel like Archangel Michael really is like, giving a nod to you for how good you're doing. Okay, look, joy. And so he's bringing in a lot of joy for you, a lot of just genuine basic happiness, like, y'all, I am not balling. Like, I do not live like this super rich balling ass life. I know I'd be looking cute and I'd be looking rich, but, as far as like what I have. I'm super grateful for everything that I have, but I don't just got everything. Like, I'm still working towards goals and trying to accomplish things just like you guys are, but I genuinely feel happier about the journey. And he's saying that's a very important part of the justice and very important to you attracting much more. So he's like, let the joy in, revel in the joy, enjoy the joy, okay? And maintain the trust, because the joy and the trust is what propels you forward with this horse energy. And also he's saying, like, rejoice about all of these transformations that you have gone through with this dragonfly energy on the joy card. Like, you really have truly ascended to a level that is out of this world, okay? This triangle is really calling me. So I'm gonna tell you about the triangle. So it says, in sacred geometry, triangles can symbolize many things, including balance and harmony, the divine trinity, the building blocks of creation, the spiritual journey, interconnectivity of all things, transformation, raising consciousness, strength, and sturdiness. Okay? All because you set these beautiful, pure intentions with your heart and with your mind, and you have not been hypocritical. You have not, like, you haven't forsaken your journey or your true core beliefs. Because, like, people think when you decide, like, oh, I don't want to be Christian, but I love God, I believe in God, you know what I'm saying? And then they have such a hard time, like, separating the two. But, Archangel Michael saying Christianity is kind of a cult, okay? Because you can find those same energies, these same beliefs, that same fear for God in so many different places. And Christianity, I mean, it fits all the ticks all the cult boxes, is what he's saying. Okay, don't shoot me. Okay, I'm just the messenger. What else? We got family. So I think at the end of the day, go to your room. You need to believe that spirit really truly is your family. Be careful of, like, what you're consuming at this time, okay? Especially today, like, try to keep your energy as clear as possible and pay attention to any signs that may be coming to you, okay? Because, like I said, it's summer solstice. It's actually, like, a really, really a powerful day for people like us, okay? Like, for real. You're doing such a great job on your journey, and I think you could be attracting lots of memories. You could find yourself having certain things coming back to your mind today. I remember something from, like, a long time ago when I was a kid this morning, right after I meditated. There are, like, sacred memories, sacred information being downloaded into you today specifically, okay? So just be open to it, okay? Try to cleanse your energy and prepare yourself for this beautiful abundance that's being dropped on your head at this time, okay? Or should I say, dropped into your head, dropped into your heart, dropped into your solar plexus, dropped into the root and earth star chakras, okay? This is what he's saying. What's rebirth? The security, okay? With the King of Pentacles, which has been coming out first a lot, okay? So it's talking about being mature and grounded, being a successful, wealthy businessman or woman, and bettering yourself. I feel like this could have really felt like such risky business for you at first, trying to get your shit together. It seems like, the more you try to get it together, the more issues and problems that you may have ran into along the way. But I think, like, once you really wake up to it, it takes a while for it to get a little bit easier. And I think you're just in that place where you feel insured. Excuse me, I heard, are you insured? Yes. By survival? No, I can't take that ride, So also it's like you're being very particular about your company. You know what I'm saying? Like if they not insured by God, if they don't carry the fear of God, it is very evident, it is very clear. Okay, what's care? The high priestess, okay? Going under this Cancer energy with all of that moon, okay? Talking about, it says, my inner knowledge is my best guide in all mystery, intuition, inner knowing, self trust, spiritual insight, emotional stability, divination, esoteric wisdom and knowledge, and things yet to be revealed. Spirit guides discovering your truth. So you really have taken great care in doing this. And it really is such a very powerful thing. And both the King of Pentacles and the High Priestess have the third eye symbol on them, okay? In this little circle right here. They both match up with that third eye energy. So like I said, you're seeing things very clearly. And it's very important for you to like just stay steady with your energy because it really truly is working, even if it looks like it's slow. I get the feeling that people outside of you want it to look like you're not doing your shit and you're doing it so well. Okay. We got resilience. I feel like they want you to get tired of your growth, like they want you to be so battle weary and fatigued that you just stop everything that you're doing. But you're so close to the success and you just need to keep your courage and stay persistent and know that you will persevere and know that the fear of God is kind of your backbone in this whole thing, that the hardest thing you had to do in this journey of growing is learn from your past. And I think that this is something that you have done and it's really helped you to gather your strength up in a different way. What's joy? We got the Seven of Pentacles, okay? Because you have been making the right investments, making the right deposits of joy and love and compassion to everything. And now these things are coming to fruition. It says hard work paying off, harvest, rewards, profits, results, payouts, okay? Manifestation of ideas and goals, receiving inheritance. You have done a great job cultivating this growth within yourself. And I feel like you spent this long period, like getting ready, like you were in the incubator, and now you're being like, your energy is really just growing and growing and growing. And that's what I was saying with the scribe, with that hermit mode energy, like I feel like you spent so much time in hermit and you could just even be someone who's naturally in hermit all the time. Cause I'm a lot like that, I mean, when I'm out, I'm out. But when I'm in, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, I don't want to go. What are y'all talking about? I'm totally antisocial that day. We got the sun going under trust. I feel like all of this positivity and freedom and fun and success is coming into your life at this time. Okay. It says, I shine my light on the world around me and my radiance attracts more success. So he's asking you to have big trust in that fact. Okay. This is what moves you forward. This absolute positivity that the more you express yourself and the more you shine your light, the more happiness and truth you truly are attracting. Okay, what's intention? This is beautiful. When I was a little nervous, with the scripture, but he's saying like, see, yeah, we got endings and defeat, with intention. I feel like a lot of people intended to backstab you, to betray you, to become your enemies. They still bitching and bad mouthing and bitter about you and where you have come up into this point. But I love that you didn't let it stop you. Let me get another one for intention and the Ten of Swords. We got the Queen of Cups. Okay, so this could definitely be like a mother figure. Okay, I feel like this is more Cancer energy, so maybe the Cancer could be someone outside of you that presented themselves, like they could be a huge obstacle. Okay, and also it says family right here, so definitely could be a mother or some sort of mother figure, maybe someone who's older than you or whatever. Whoever they are, they're fickle and they're vain and they think you're gullible. It says those who sacrifice themselves unnecessarily for others. So they could be someone who does that and then is like a victim about it. I feel like that could definitely be a hypocrite in your life. That person could feel like everything that you do spiritually or professionally or whatever you choose to do, whatever you choose to act in, they're quick to come and try to, like put out your fire, throw some water on that thing. I'm hearing, what is it? Shit, with couscous, okay? I just watched this. Oh, the Emperor's New Groove, okay? And he's like dancing in the castle. And so big egotistical energy also. But he was like doing the moonwalk in the castle, on his intro, and he bumped into the old man. And he goes, "Aw, you threw off my groove," So I feel like there could be an old man or an older woman in your life, always constantly trying to get in your way. As soon as you get dancing and you get going, they're very egotistical and rude, and then it's weird because it's like you're both energies. Like you're this really happy energy who really is the ruler of things, and the only time, I don't know, he let the old man throw him out the window, right? And then later in the movie he apologizes. He lets security throw the old man out the window. Then later, he apologizes to the old man, and the old man goes, "Oh, it's okay. It's not my first time getting thrown out of a window, and it won't be my last." So, I don't know. Almost this energy of like someone being in the way, knowing they're in the way, getting punished for not having the fear of God in them when they know they shouldn't be getting in your way, and still continuing to do the things that they do, you know? And the cuckoo bird just got real active in the thing. Okay, it's in the back going cuckoo, cuckoo, cuckoo. So you could be surrounded by some people who are kind of cuckoo and kind of obsessed with taking you down. But Archangel Michael saying you really don't have to worry about that. You heard all the amazing things I just said about you. You just need to be aware that you're not making things up, and that this is more about you doing the right thing and keeping your intentions very pure, even though all of this, backstabbery and bitchy bad mouthing has been going on in the background behind the scenes. What's family? Okay, we got intuition again. So, but I mean, these could be family members who always look at you as your child or something, like you're this immature energy. Like they don't look at you like this grown woman or this grown man that you have become. This could be someone who refers to you, as, a baby or a child or something. And then they're just like, "Oh, you always gonna be my baby." But I think that could be a projection, is what Archangel Michael is saying. This could be someone with childhood issues, someone who's been through, some sexual abuse is what it says. Excuse me for just blurting it out. I hate when that happens. Okay, it says bad news, broken dreams, someone who does not plan for tomorrow, and I feel like this could be a very deep, okay, it's got the root chakra on here. This could be a very deep root chakra issue that this person is having. The root chakra is also on the 10 of swords, so it's like your confidence, your creative energies, your clear sight that you are going into the future with, is just a little bit intimidating to them. And because they have these wounds from the past, they really don't know how to like address you, or how to, they literally can't like evolve right now because they have so much healing that needs to be done, is what he's saying. So continue to be in your loving energies, in the, like to bring comfort to them when you can, like don't explode situations all the time. I mean, it's up to you, because I heard something about like like it was like much attitude. Okay, that's what I heard. So I mean, if you feel like you're done and you're done and you're done, you don't gotta argue with me at the screen. Just don't do it. It's take what's yours and leave what is not. But he's not saying to go out of your way to comfort them or whatever, but he's just saying to be a little bit more sensitive when it comes to them, be a little bit more cooperative, and use your psychic and emotional gifts to do the best thing that you can, because he's saying like the roles have already reversed. You are already now the teacher of that person. So when you like attack them or whatever, with your words, or, with that like with these thoughts of like irritation about them, then you're kind of like throwing a shot their way, even if you don't mean to. So try to start putting the actual, he's saying like attaching the actual feelings that you know psychically that person is having, rather than getting stuck on the little petty bullshit that they may be doing to you throughout the day, you know. And then we got the Page of Pentacles, because and we got the Page of Pentacles, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Star, you know. Like he's saying, just for the sake of upholding your own potential and not being a hypocrite, you know what I'm saying? Don't be like, oh, you know, y'all should be like this, y'all should be peaceful, why y'all ain't happy type shit. I get that. I understand that energy. But he's saying at the end of the day, how are you any different if you're just stewing and remaining angry about something that these people really need to just, about something that needs to be healed, you know? At the end of the day, that's what it is. From a higher perspective, he's saying that's what it is. That these people are so damaged and so distorted within that they literally have no fear of God. They have a bunch of irrational fears instead. And you know, that fear for God kind of falls to the wayside, because they don't have the level of consciousness that allows them to really truly understand what it means to walk with the fear of God. Okay. So just understand that, you know. It says the universe shows me that I can have faith in my dreams, you know. Like, I feel like when it comes to people outside of you, especially your family, you're just going to have to, like, I don't want to say give up on waiting on them to encourage you to do something, but just know that you could do anything that you ever wanted to do, and you really don't need them to come along and help you do shit, okay? I mean, maybe you do need them to help you do stuff, but you don't need them to help you like accomplish your dreams. I feel like this is something that you really do got, and it's all totally intuitive, you know. What's rebirth and the King of Pentacles? I hope like that made sense, that I wasn't just I was gonna say that I wasn't rambling for no reason, but I don't really do that. Okay. As long as I'm in a channeled message, most of the things that I say are very relevant, okay? We got the Water Guardian with connect with your emotions, okay? So this is what you have really truly done in this rebirth, you know? And you just need to really keep that up and try to stay as positive as you can. Like, keep your emotions tempered is what he's saying, and try to think about these situations that you may find yourself in with family members or whatever, or even take these memories of the past that could be boiling up today and add some logic. You know what I'm saying? Diagnose them is what he's saying. Diagnose the real true problem that you think that person might be going through. And because you're this, you know, very psychic high priestess energy, know that anything that you say when you're trying to do something like that is very accurate, that you're not wrong, but to find a way to not get upset, even if you don't hear what you want to hear, you know. Because I ask Spirit all the time, you know, like, are these people about to start evolving? You know, are they going to learn anything? And a lot of times they're like, no, they're not. They're going to stay right there pointing the finger at everyone else. But that's up to them. That's their journey. You know, it's not for you to be upset. It's just for you to have a clear understanding of where they are with things. Understand they're choosing not to be insured, okay? They're choosing not to be wise and tapped into the energy by setting their intentions and worries and issues onto another. That at the end of the day, that brings more harm to them than good. And you just know at the end of the day, who is the real power, who provides everything for you, and walking in that straight line, you know? What's care in the High Priestess? We got Winter would take care of your needs, okay? So continue to take care of your needs, you know, be the lone wolf if you have to, is what Archangel Michael is saying. And know that even if you are walking around as this lone wolf type of energy, that you won't always be there. Excuse me. We got Heart Guardian, which talks about loving and letting yourself be loved, you know. It's like, I don't know. I'm hearing a couple of things, okay? I'm hearing like, you know, okay, so he's saying the point is, because because I heard quite a few things and I just didn't know which one to say. I don't want to say the wrong thing, so I guess I'm overthinking it a little bit. But I feel like the need to tread lightly, so this could be like a bit of a sticky situation for you, even when it comes to like dealing with your family or, communicating yourself clearly, like it can hang you up a little bit. But with the love and let yourself be loved, I feel like Archangel Michael saying, spirit loved you up until this point, So just give out the love and don't worry about how people reciprocate or respond to that love. Because just because they don't know how to like reciprocate or respond to the love doesn't mean that they didn't receive the loving energies that you were meant to give them anyway. So don't ever feel like any love that you have given has been a waste. And don't feel like any love that you have experienced, no matter how it ended, was a waste. Because no love goes to waste, okay? That's beautiful. Almost makes me cry, okay? What's joy in the Seven of Pentacles? We got Mirror Guardian with time to reflect. And that's what he's saying, In order to find this higher place of joy, you're going to have to like do a little bit of reflection today to bring your confidence up a little bit more. Like go back over your timeline and heal some things. Like you literally can imagine your timeline. Like mine's is dope, okay? Because I know how to use my imagination very well. That's something that spirit really brought to my attention. Like you've always been great at imagining things, but it's for a reason. It is really truly a gift to see things very clearly with your third eye, So I'm able to imagine my timeline and kind of like just scroll over, back through the years. There's like little pictures and memories, or like it's funny because it seems like when I pull up the timeline, it's certain situations that spirit wants me to see, you know what I'm saying? And not necessarily me just imagining like this clear timeline of everything that has gone down in my life. They kind of bring up things on the timeline, little pictures and things that I can choose to zoom into, okay? And like they've had me go back in my timeline and hug myself after certain things happen, and it really does have an effect on your energy now because everything everywhere all at once, So he's saying do a little bit of reflection. Give yourself love in those situations where you didn't get a chance to give yourself that love, and go ahead and like just shoot the forgiveness to the people, okay? Don't be stingy with the forgiveness, okay? The forgiveness is for you. Somebody needs to hear that. But I feel like you really truly are doing well, even if you do have some things that still need to be forgiven. Some things are big and hard to forgive, hard to forget. And he's saying like, I understand that. But also when you really truly have forgiven and you really truly have released that, that's when karma happens. So if that's not motivation, I don't know what is. Just know that you're insured and these types of things will never occur again for you. Even if they're still happening, they will never affect you the way they used to affect you in the past, all that narcissist, egotistical energies. No, you can read it. You can see it from a mile away, honey. You can smell a big ego coming. So you're definitely protected, very psychic. You could be really very clairsalient, I think is the one where you can smell things. Okay, what's trust in the sun? Okay, shapeshifter, transform and unveil your gifts, So now is a time of this huge transformation, and maybe that's why Archangel Michael keeps bringing this up, because Archangel Michael been doing a lot of readings, if y'all haven't noticed, I'm trying to whip us into shape, for these big energy downloads that are coming in. This is always a huge time of year, but it's especially special this year, this day, okay? So make sure that if any of this does resonate with you, that you go within and see whatever it is you can get out of there, and make sure that you take you a spiritual bath after you do that, and get outside and soak up some sun. And they were saying yesterday, preferably after 4:30 would be really great. Okay, what's intention? The Queen of Cups and the Ten of Swords, okay? The White Witch. It says, be the light, So it's like, it's trashy, it sucks, but a lot of times the people that backstab you, you were the light that was placed into their life. You were the wisdom. You were their key to transformation. So they are really, shooting their own selves in the foot. They're really backstabbing their way out of their own blessings because they don't fear God enough to know better than to touch his anointing, which is you. So just keep your intentions pure. Always intend to be the light in every situation, and every situation will work out perfectly for you, okay? What's family in the Page of Cups? The Fire Guardian, okay, with Ignite Your Passions. It's like this beautiful passion that's alive and well within you. I feel like everybody might not agree with it, but it's definitely very obvious that you're doing something you were always meant to do, or you're walking the way you were always meant to walk, and nobody really can argue with you or talk to you about it. Like, they really can't stop you because it's great. So continue to do whatever it is that you do, and don't worry about people bad mouthing you or being bitter, or trying to shut you down every chance that they get. It's just because they feel shut down in every moment. It says stay rooted and grounded and shed old skin. Like, that's what this is a time for. It says, and be open to healing information. Okay. So this is what I'm saying. Now is the time for you to really surround yourself with this protective energy, and to be open to waiting for very important information to come in from the divine today. That's very, very important. He's saying, or over the next couple of days. He said, because there's a lot of information going out. Important. That's what I heard. I know it sounded just like a random word, but he said important. What's the final thought on this? The Divine Guardian, okay? It says protection of the winged mother. And then we got the Eye of Horus. It says awakening divine perception, okay? So this is the kind of energy, that's really coming into you. So everything that you learned, where you were in the chamber of the dark goddess, was all in the name of you stepping into this initiation. It says the spiritual testing of Ra and Lady Isis, which is where the energy of the sun, or Ra, burns away everything that is no longer needed for you. And that energy of Lady Isis with the unconditional love comes in, or the divine feminine is awakened within you. So every backstabbing, every little bitchy thing that was said, and every little moment that has happened up until this point was very important to your journey. And that's why it's important to learn how to integrate the darkness so that you are not constantly holding on to it. But this is all being balanced out for you in a major way at this time. So it's very important for you to look out into the world and see a community of spiritual sisters and brothers of light. Even if they have not shown you that about them, know that they are a brother or a sister of light because God made them. They just have been so damaged that they're missing the fear of God. So Divine Guardian says, you are venturing through a time of significant spiritual growth and healing. There are many changes occurring internally, and they will be reflected in your external world soon also. You are protected during these times by the love and strength of the winged mother, Lady Isis. You can relax and allow your transformation to happen. Let your divine guardian protect you now as you learn to let go and trust in your own unfoldment for the greatest good. It says big spiritual growth can bring difficult challenges. Through such challenge, an initiate can gain wisdom, power, and awareness, and leave behind fears that once held them captive. Free from past restrictions, free to live a life that is truly extraordinary and inspirational. Yet the challenges can feel deeply confronting. The initiate may be tested to stay true to their own beliefs, even if their loved ones do not understand or support them. Come on, Archangel Michael. It says, or they may be required to let go of what they have known to embrace something completely unfamiliar. This may be uncomfortable for them, and they may fear losing love, support, safety, or relationship as they venture into a new life. And this is what he's saying. The only fear really that matters in this lifetime is that slight fear that you have for God that keeps you in line. And to never fear losing love, support, safety, or friendship, because God provides all that. And anything that leaves your life is for your highest good and will always be replaced for what you need, what is meant for you. And sometimes we hold on to things that were never meant for us, things we never deserved, just to have that little bit of attention or that little bit of love that we know deep down we deserve. But that is before we understand that God, archangels, ancestors, ascended masters, and cosmic guides are always with us. Then the fear of losing those things becomes irrational and are no longer necessary and must be dropped and shed in order for you to truly be the light and awaken the divine perception within you. So it says the eye of Horus brings divine perception, protection, and insight. You are gifted with certain spiritual abilities, including divine sight, that are awakening and growing now. You have much divine support and protection so that you may grow your abilities and serve others with your divine gifts. Trust your perception and know that you are divinely protected. The oracle of the eye of Horus is a stamp of divine encouragement. I love that. It says it's a stamp of divine encouragement, approval, and protection. Okay. If you have been wondering about your divine path, about whether you have genuine gifts or healing and insight to share, about whether your inner perception is actually true insight, and whether you will be protected spiritually in certain matters or situations, then this oracle is confirmation for you. You also have guidance here that your inner sight is expanding yet again, taking a turn on a higher twist of the spiral of perception. So, spiraling up one more level. I love that because I say that all the time. It says, these are the gifts of higher clairvoyance, pure knowing, divination, and divine communion, and they all flow in truth from the fountain of the heart. Okay, so that's why, paying attention to whatever family issues or memories that you may have, you might need to just sit there and let spirit bring certain things up and say with your mouth, okay, I understand. I acknowledge that. I see that that could be an issue. God, I'm ready to release that. Even if you're, just mean it from your heart, set the intention. That's why all of this is under intention with the swords. Setting the intention is a very powerful thing, and that will come to fruition for you because you use the power of your voice to set that intention. But there's definitely something, little things he's saying, little debris and leftover energy. He's saying use the violet flame or something today and set the intention that you're clearing out anything that you no longer need in order to receive this higher level, in order to enter the next level of the upward spiral into your divine perception of, yourself and of life and of the world and of the universe. It says you can expect these gifts to grow as a result, to see with even more detachment, accuracy, and clear knowing. It is important that you trust this inner sight and come from your heart. This will ensure that your sight is accurate and helpful. Inner sight will never judge or harm another, but it will certainly help you discern the underlying truth of situations and relationships so that you can make wise decisions, okay? So he wants me to just finish it, okay? So keep going, okay? It says this oracle is confirmation that you have spiritual gifts of healing and perception that can serve your own life path and that of others when you use them from love. Trust that Horus will protect you as you move forward on your path, and that opportunities will come at the perfect time. The divine sun will bring you the divine sun will shine on you, gifting you with the time in the sun. So have faith, beloved. This oracle is confirmation that the divine is looking out for you and will guide and protect you through your intuition. Your inner voice will tell you everything that you need to know in a timely manner. Finally, this oracle is also an indicator of triumph over darker energies and emotions. Woo, come on, okay? It says, whether you have been struggling with psychological darkness, unfulfilling habits, patterns of subversive or undermining behavior within yourself, or from toxic relationship patterns with others or with organizations or groups within society, know that you will triumph and the sun, the truth, the light will prevail. Pray for protection, clear insight, and trust your inner guidance. You will triumph in light over any darkness. Your success and growth are assured. Okay, so baby, baby, baby. Your success and growth is assured. Okay, like I'm done. I feel like, mic drop. I love when I feel like that because the confirmation was rampant in those two closing energies. So I hope that you accept this encouragement from Archangel Michael, and really do these exercises he's asking you to do, because it's going to be very important to continuing this work that you do with the divine. Okay, babes. So with that, I'm done. Okay, I hope you guys have a happy, fabulous, wonderful, and amazing day, that you got something that you needed out of this, and I will see you later, my love. Bye.